We will take you downstairs for the official ceremony tonight to remember Norm Provan.
Norm Provan. Would you please welcome to the field for tonight's clash the Penrith Panthers, led by Captain Isaiah Yeo, and the St George Illawarra Dragons, led out by Captain Ben Hunt. Rugby League fans, if you're able to, please stand for a moment's silence as we remember 10-time Premiership winning St George Dragons player and immortal Norm Provan. In addition to Norm Provan, we would also like to pay our respects to two other former Premiership winning St George Dragons players who have also sadly passed away recently. Rugby League immortal Johnny Raper and Mark Schulman. May they rest in peace. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Off the back of those 11 straight premierships from the mid-50s to the mid-60s, the air of expectation always sits fairly heavily here on the fans at Kogarah. The Red V here tonight have a big job on their hands, and what motivation they have to celebrate the life and the career, as we said, of the late immortal Norm Provan here tonight. The teenager, Tyrell Sloan, he looks to be every bit as good as the advanced billing, doesn't he?
Yeah, 2 try assists last week, and he's just got to double up and do it again. When you're a young fella, you play well in your first game. It's all about consistency. He's got guile and he's got speed across the ground. This man, his 100th game too for the Penrith Panthers. His family surprised him from Fiji. I saw the footage of it. Tell you what, wasn't a dry on my house too. Sensational stuff. What a player.
Speaking of inspiration, he'll provide plenty tonight. We're underway here. Friday night footy on Fox League. The Dragons at home at Kogarah, taking on the champs, no less. It's Blake Laurie to bring it out to work it away for the Dragons from inside their own 20. Dummy half. Andrew McCulloch wearing the 19 jersey tonight is for this night only. The number 9 jersey of Norm Provan is retired for the evening. Sims it is to take it beyond the 20. Good speed, as you'd expect, from this defensive line of the Panthers. It was terrific last week, limiting the early metres of the Seagulls in particular, who really struggled for field position. We'll see what the Dragons can do here tonight against them. Work it forward again. With Laurie to play it. McCulloch from dummy half goes across to Hunt. What a great pass, an ankle tap. He gives it off to Amon, who's under pressure. And there is the pressure of the Panthers defence getting an immediate result.
Yeah, just tried to skip on the outside then, Ben Hunt, but it was a great chase through by Happy Carousel. Showed speed, put him under pressure, made the tackle, and that's not the place you want to turn over the football against Penrith.
Immediately here in their first set, they're on the attack already. Right here eventually, Tago there just outside the 20. Through, oh boy, coming up quickly, racing out of the line, Francis Molo. He crunched James Fisher-Harris, who's a bit dusty off the back of it, it has to be said. Inside the 20, Panthers. The left of the uprights from Coruscant, it goes to O'Sullivan. Here is Isaiah, who was tremendous with his ball running and ball playing last week. Coruscant dummy half. Comes across to Fisher-Harris. He's recovered quickly from that tackle from Francis Molo, and now we have a whistle. Is there an issue here with Fisher-Harris?
Might be a bit of bloodage there. Here's that shot again. If you need a little bit of a wake-up call, there it is early in the game. Clash of heads. Just going out the back to get a bit of blood wiped off him there, split in the eye.
Yeah, nasty one just on the left corner there below the eyebrow. And a bit of Vaso and a bit of tape as well. Last play here for the Panthers. Goes to O'Sullivan. On a way to kick. Tago was there, using his body in the contest with the ball against Lomax. And the referee wants to take a look at it.
Get back to one here, just confirm that he doesn't get the ball back and doesn't ground it. Okay.
I think Tago had the first wrap on it, or the first grab on the footy there.
Got no try. Just confirm they don't get the ball back and get it to the ground.
Had a pretty good beat on this. Kick was well weighted by O'Sullivan.
The Penrith left side kick chase is
on
onside.
Just in the air. Such a noted leaper in attack, especially. Good use of the body by Tago up against Sloan.
The ball.
Shoulder on shoulder, I think the call was initially. Play on to this point, then the ball
just looking to where the Dragons
by Sloan. And they get a good angle there.
The Dragons player jumps from the goal line and catches the ball. We have a decision.
It'll be Dragons' possession. Either way, you could make a case that it was knocked on eventually by Tago into Tyrell Sloan. Either way, the Dragons will come up with the ball and they'll begin at their own 20.
I think Tago got the first grab on it, knocked the ball in to young Sloan there, so it'll be a 20-metre restart. They hang on, the Saints.
We'll see how they fare here. They knew what they were in for. What Penrith did last week to Manly with their defensive line speed, and they battled at the end of that set. They were fairly easy possession to the Panthers to begin the game. They've held on defensively inside their own 20, and now they'll work it away here from just inside their own 40. Here comes to Hunt, looking inside, going outside. Sloan juggles it, another fairly meek turnover, and the Panthers come right back at them. A spread goes across to Kikau. Fend, grabbed only just by a moan, and here they are on the front foot once again.
Well, the very first play, they didn't get to their kick, and then a lost ball, just gifting field position to the Penrith Panthers. They shift the ball straight away there to Kikau. Just made a 15-metre break up field.
O'Sullivan taking them on. They're up very quickly on the outside there. Good stop by Laurie, who was under pressure against the halfback. Just outside the 10, comes back here to Yo. Edwards on for Liam Martin. Stays alive, gives it back to Dylan Edwards. He ran for in excess of 300 metres last week. What a final series he had last year with that foot injury. Coruscant, the left-hand side. Fisher-Harris wrapped up pretty comfortably here. Still tackles up their sleeve from on top of the line. Luai jigging left a couple of times, came back to straighten up before he stopped there by McCulloch and also Laurie. Last play here, O'Sullivan with the chip kick once again. Out this side, Crichton taps it back. Martin, Edwards gives it away to Charlie Staines, who here on debut a couple of years ago scored 4 tries.
Gee, I like the way Cody Ramsey got on his bike there. Just those subtle little offloads there from the Penrith Panthers. He scrambled so well to make the tackle on Staines. And it's only early in the game, you'd expect that sort of energy, but what a tackle.
It'll be a good battle on either wing tonight. We've got the Forbes Ferrari up against the Molong Marvel on the other side of the field. And Brian To'o up against Makali Ravalawa, who grabbed that hat-trick last week for the Dragons in that round 1 win against the Warriors. Two terrific mouth-watering confrontations on either edge of the field. They play it there through Sims, and now Hunt. They get to their kick, and a bit of a Bronx cheer from the faithful here at Cogra. Edwards coming across, good speed to get there on the full. Speaking of speed, he hands it off to Staines, who is wrapped up by his opponent tonight in Cody Ramsey. The Panthers work it away. We get downstairs to Lara Pitt.
Yeah, thanks very much, Woz. We're just keeping an eye on the head injury assessment review. A couple of incidents already early in this game. The Panthers have been keeping an eye on. James Fisher-Harris has had his head strapped up, and the Dragons are also having a look at head knocks. So we might see a couple of HIAs. I'm just waiting to see what will unfold here.
Of course, with the third official as far as the medicos are concerned in the bunker. We saw what happened last week. Here is Yo O'Sullivan. Comes out to Wedwoods. Now Crichton. Little in and away. Sully was under huge pressure there. Did well eventually to wrap him up and stop him 10 metres out. Last play for Penrith. O'Sullivan, a kick to the in-goal once again. Lomax is there. He was taken in mid-air anyway. He'll bring it back out for a quick restart. Gets going. Play on is the call. No! They want to bring it back.
Do you reckon that should be play on? He just rushed straight up after catching the ball on the full 20-metre line. And the Panthers, who cares if they're not set? Should be play on.
Let's go back down to Lara. Speaking of HIAs, Lara, is there more news?
Well, it looks like Jack de Belin has been brought into this game, I can only imagine, a little bit too early. Jaden Sewer has come off, and we'll just find out exactly what has happened to him.
So barely 6 or so minutes into the game, Jaden Sewer off. And a change for the Dragons. Here is Hunt. We'll get more news on that as it comes to hand, as they say in the classics. Here is Sully. Bird. Sloan was there, couldn't come up with it. Coruscant has it for the Panthers. That was promising through the middle for St George Illawarra.
Yeah, they just got a little bit too excited there. Good offload by Bird. Then the ball goes to ground. Here's Kikau.
A chance on the outside. Tago into open space. Sloan comes across. Gets some help there and cover as well. Ravalawa coming back. They stop him just inside the 10. Luai dancing again. A touch by Bird. 6 more plays coming up for Penrith. And now there's a whistle, in fact.
10 metres.
The Dragons being up inside the 10 on their own line as they scramble to get back there off that break by the Panthers down the left-hand side.
Well, I know this is a give me 2 points, but they've been under the pump, Saints, in the field position. I wonder if Penrith will take the tap here. I think they're gonna.
That's exactly what they do. And it is Fisher-Harris. So he's been given the all clear, imagine by this stage, by the doctor in the bunker. Now Eisenhuth trying to spin away from McCulloch. He's only a couple of metres away. Coruscant dropping back to link up with O'Sullivan. At the back they go. Luai beats Lomax. Keeps it going. Here's Kikau. In game 100. He finds Tago. He burrows for the line. And he's gone very close to scoring. In fact, I think he got there.
Yeah, Tago's the one that gets the try there by the look of it. Gets the football down. As you said, he's a powerfully built young fella.
Double movement on tackle 3.
And again, it's Kikau with the ball on the outside. A legs tackle on him. He is able to skip out of it. Talking about a double movement here, but looked to me straight away that he scored the try. They did well to take the tap too. They didn't take the 2 points. Here it is again now.
It can always be tough to see. There's a bit of a scramble on the line to see where the ball actually comes down initially. The lead-up was okay. The defenders pushing in there, and Talatau Amon going in with James Fisher-Harris, so that's okay there, that contact at the line.
We've cleared the contact on the inside.
Luai stays alive, finds Kikau, who realised they had 3 on 2. Was able to draw and pass there in the tackle off
there's a double
Bellin.
movement in this play.
Where does he come down initially? That's the question.
It's pretty hard to tell too. Should probably give us a better look. Right on the line.
Ball is grounded short.
Yeah, double movement. He's tried to improve his position there. He's tackled before the line. Again, good scramble from the Saints.
No doubt he stopped there, short of the line. Ends up over the line.
The ball is initially grounded short, and then the ball is promoted over the goal line. We have a decision.
I guess Panthers fans would say, well, no, sir, he was dragged in by Mikali Ravalawa. Dragons fans are saying an obvious double movement.
Yeah, it looked like that on that side on view. They get the penalty right on the goal line, so don't go for any sort of distance. A difficult position now, 10 metres out from their own line. This is tough work here from the Saints early. And how much petrol will take out of them.
Feels like a chance wasted there for the Panthers on that left-hand side, who had no luck early on in the game with a couple of bunker overrules for tries against the Sea Eagles. Didn't hurt them in the end as they won comfortably. That one going away in the second half. As DeBella will play it here off the bench early for Jaden Sewer, who replaced after just 6 minutes. A change of the rotation for Anthony Griffin, the former Panthers coach, against the man who replaced him tonight in Ivan Cleary. Laurie to play it at the halfway line. It goes back to Hunt. And he puts a kick in, tracing across, and makes a comfortable catch. About as good a field position as the Dragons have had the Panthers in so far in the game. We've had just on 9 minutes of action.
Yeah, after being a little bit of a nervous start too from the Dragons. They've got a little bit of field position now. Handled To'o there pretty well on a good kick chase. You've got to do that for the 80 minutes. Dangerous ball runner.
There is Staines jumping out of dummy half, of course. Had his debut here back in round 9 2020, scoring those 4 tries on debut, but that was against the Sharks. And he's still playing here at Cogra. There's O'Sullivan from first receiver, finds the open space. It'll bounce up here for Sloan to Ravalawa, who would cut back to the inside. So the fullback under pressure here and driven back inside his own 20.
Just having a look at the Saints getting back behind the ball now. There's still 6 players walking back. As I said, had to do a lot of defence early in this game. And they're bridging up now with the speed of the line, the Panthers.
It'll be Lomax making a carry, bring it up within 20 of the halfway line. Slow play the balls though. Again, he ends up on the seat of his pants there as they're losing the contact. Ben Hunt, similar story here, wrapped up comfortably by Liam Martin and also Sean O'Sullivan. Second last play in this set. It's Molo to try and get them going in the right direction, but again they get 3 in the tackle there, Penrith. It has been heavy going for the Dragons from their own end in this set. Hunt with the kick, charge down. It sits up here for Kikau in game number 100. He will celebrate it with the Panthers' first try.
Well, can you have a look at that pickup? How good was that? Such a big man. He charges down the footy. He didn't wait for the bounce. He just grabbed it. How athletic is he to take that tape? There's the family there. They'll enjoy that in his 100th game. He opens the scoring for the Penrith Panthers, but the amazing thing for me was the pickup. There was no one within cooee of him. Could have taken his time, but he didn't. Here's the charge down now. 2 hands on the ball, slams it down. Just watch this for a big man. The ball looked like it was going to roll around him. Not a favourable bounce. Look at that. Great pickup. Kikau scores the opener.
You mentioned, Blocker, the celebrations yesterday, the jersey presentation for Viliami Kikau, game number 100 here tonight. And as Ivan Cleary spoke to us in our pre-game show before kick-off here tonight at Cogra, there wasn't a dry eye in the house, and he was in tears from the moment he realised what was happening after a video presentation with plenty of family members from back in Fiji, and then when some family members rolled into the dressing room there at Penrith, well, there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
Vic Siro rang me and said, don't you watch it, you'll be balling. He was right.
It was terrific to watch. If you haven't seen it, you can go online and check it out. So every Penrith Panthers fan has seen it by this stage. And now from right in front to a bit of icing on the Kikau cake, Stephen Crichton. Underneath the black dot, adds the extra 2. They've done it with better defence to open up this game. They lead 6 points to 0. Kikau scores in game number 100, Lara.
What a moment was. The Panthers bench all went up when he charged that one down, cheering him on to get there, to regather and get across the try line in a milestone moment for him. Just an update for you from the Dragons bench around Jaden Sewer. They're saying it is a strained foot. They're trying to get him some treatment and some pain relief, and still hopeful they might be able to get him back into the contest. I'll keep you updated.
It's a blow for Anthony Griffin and the Dragons, quite obviously, with Jaden Sewer on that right-hand side. Out of the game early. Tariq Sims playing out there with Jack de Belin going into his natural middle third position. The Panthers lead 6 points to 0. First of 2 games tonight. Friday night footy on Fox League. Seagulls up against the Roosters to follow from the Sydney Cricket Ground. And that run, of course, of the Dragons and that success they had from 56 to 66. The home ground was here at Cogra, or the Sydney Cricket Ground. They featured in so many match of the days, and Saturday afternoon, Panthers, or rather Dragons fans making their way to the SCG, and it is fitting tonight that we have both Cogra and the SCG in action. Here is O'Sullivan, bearing kick, go down to Ravalawa. And the message has gone out surely from the Dragons coach's box. We've got to win some contests here from our own end, play the ball speed and give our kickers time to get a decent kick away, Lara.
Yeah, just an update. Sewer is back here on the sideline, and he's looks like he's getting ready to come back on. So whatever they've done to that foot strain, it looks like he should be featuring in the rest of this match.
That is good news. Now a penalty against the Panthers. The Yami Kikau looks a little mystified. Here they are again. Numbers in the tackle once more. Kikau over the top. Going a little bit too long there for both the liking of the referee and also Zach Lomax. They'll have a chance here. Their first opportunity on the other side of halfway. See what they can make of this. McCulloch dummy half. Tariq Sims, subject of much talk in the last week or two as to where he'll be in 2023. Jack de Belin inside here for Blake Laurie. Still searching for his first try in the NRL in game number 81. Here's Amone looking back on the inside. Molo was there. They go inside the 20 for the first time. McCulloch. That's out one to go to Hunt. Here's Sloan, 3-on-3. A touch there by Sully. And it's been ruled forward, and they just cannot get any rhythm going with the ball in their hands to begin this game.
They're just up in your face all the time, aren't they, the Panthers? If they just go one out, the Saints, they're going to be in trouble. But when they try and move the ball, just a little bit of a tap on there. But you see Liam Knight straight up. Liam Martin, I'm sorry, straight up in the face of the opposition. Just puts pressure on the young fellas. Such a rugged defender. They force the error again. And with all the plans from Anthony Griffith before the game to get to your kick and complete, that hasn't happened so far. They've just gifted the Penrith Panthers the ball every time.
First crack inside the red zone. Come up with the duck egg, the Dragons, and now the Panthers to work it away as Coruscant finds Kikau. Numbers in the tackle here. Tariq Sims almost tackled Blake Laurie to try and bring down Big Bill Kikau. They'll play it eventually here for Coruscant. Now the Dragons get a bit of line speed. They're up very quickly here as Tago comes in for a carry. Play it for Coruscant. What a great ball there. Yo taps it backwards. O'Sullivan will be set upon. Took a real shot on the ground for his trouble there from Francis Molo, and rare mistake in their own end for the Panthers. Oh, Martin puts his body on the line, charged at them, but they were there to meet him, in particular Jack Bird. They'll get a do-over here with another set from close range.
Yeah, they love that challenge, doesn't he? Martin just tried to get that set going for the Panthers. They were going backwards, getting dominated the first time in this game so far, and Bird just puts himself in front of Liam Martin. They lose the ball. It's exactly what they need. Come up with a couple of big hits early in this first half that's loosened the ball, and there's another one.
Shot clock.
They've got to offer here.
Just make an effort.
You would figure
James, come on, mate. Stop
the right-hand side to give Ravalawa a chance to take on Brian To'o, given what
not here to play all day.
Ravalawa did last week.
No, put it in Toro. Right.
Back in action. It's Hunt. Gives it off to DeBellin. Kikau was there with Coruscant. The Dragons begin just outside the Panthers' 20. 17 minutes gone. The Panthers by 6. Hunt for Laurie. Comes towards Martin, who's keen to jam in. And some big defence to make up for the mistake. Bird, the man who caused the mistake. Oh, there is Martin. A little bit of revenge right there. He rattled the cage of Jack Bird. Bounces back to his feet to play it. Now Hunt to the right-hand side. It goes through a moan. Lomax, To'o jamming in. It comes free. Play on is the call. Luai on a counter-attack. Comes back through O'Sullivan, who wants to keep it going, and he finds Charlie Staines.
You're just trying to get the miracle ball away all the time, Lomax. Sometimes you've got to take the tackle. There was 3 in the tackle there from the Panthers. He tried to force the ball, another turnover. Only completed 4 from 8, the Dragons. Not good enough against Penrith.
A bit of claret flowing himself now, Jack Bird, as well, after that tackle from Liam Martin. Boy, that was tit for tat, wasn't it? Look at what Bird did not long beforehand. Tago goes to To'o. Right-hand side, Ravalawa will try and drag him into touch. It was play on, he wasn't stopped. Not with the sufficiency of the referee's opinion. As Bird gets some attention, watch this again. Here's Liam Martin jamming in. Oh, and a head clash. Just driving in low as Bird looked up. Liam Martin came out the better of it. I don't know that he was opened up, but Bird certainly was. And then off the back of it, the other end of the field, here's Ravalawa. Play on was the call. He wasn't stopped there. With the help of Zach Lomax, they take him into touch.
Gee, showed great strength there, didn't he, Ravalawa? Just to hold him up. There's Bird. He'll keep going. He's a tough fella. So's Martin. Can't wait for that clash. It'll keep going too, both on the same side.
Well, we watched that scrum being formed. Change on that right edge. Tarek Sims coming from the field, going around the dead ball line. And Jaden Sewer is back out there. Here he is. Find out some more news from the Dragons potentially as to whether there was a pain-killing injection required there for Jaden Sewer. He went up the tunnel, came back pretty quickly, didn't miss all that much game time in reality as McCulloch jumps out of dummy half. Goes a long way. They'll play it here just outside the 30 on the mark. Goes back to Hunt. He kicks towards the corner. Some pressure on Edwards. He does very well. As ever, Lomax was there looking for a chance to come up with possession. Here's a real danger. Here's another big shot. Blake Laurie, midfield this time, just levelling Brian To'o.
Well, they're not going to die wondering, the Saints. Plenty to play for. This is what you want to play against the best side in the competition in the Panthers. It's another big hit there. Blake Laurie is this time on To'o. Hard thing to do.
Found a resolve. Here is Coruscant kicking from inside the 40. Tapped backwards there. Nicely done by Cody Ramsey, who uses his speed to round and bring it back midfield just inside the 20. That was a clever piece of work. And the man from Molong still going backwards, though. They'll drive him all the way back to almost his own 10-metre line. The Dragons through like a Ravalawa. They'll play it here. Midway through this opening half, Lomax. Taken there by Luai around the legs. On a moan. Goes back to the middle. Holding Sewer. And McCulloch finds Hunt. He'll kick from inside the 40. Good angle on this one as well. A terrific kick by Ben Hunt. Comes up with a massive 40-20. That puts the Dragons on the attack from 15 metres out.
Well, that's a huge play too. Sensational kick downfield by Ben Hunt. I was just watching Dylan Edwards in the back play there. He got on his bike to sprint across to try and cut it off. There he is at full pelt, but what a kick there from Hunt. And when you get these sort of opportunities, the 40-20, you've got to be able to make it pay.
From the post, they go to the right-hand side. Hunt for Sewer. Boy, Kikau was there. So was Luai. The contact has been enormous at this end of the field in the last 5 minutes. Sewer eventually playing it. Hunt bypasses de Belin, goes to Sloan, who runs towards Liam Martin, who hits and sticks. And he gets some help to take the fullback to ground. Midway through this set, Hunt wrapping to the short side, coming out of the line quickly. Coruscant was there, throwing himself the legs of Hunt, who keeps it alive. Sully is eventually stopped there by Charlie Staines. The Panthers not dropping off from McCulloch. It goes to Amone. Takes it back on the inside here for Josh Kerr. Out there now, still going, grabbed by Coruscant. Last play, it's Amone. Looks right, comes back to the middle, nothing doing. Touch there, McCulloch, 6 more plays, it is Kerr! He stopped short, he reached out. It's going to be a penalty for a double movement.
He's had an impact soon as he's come on the field. A couple of quick play the balls there from Kerr. He couldn't help himself. Saw the strike there.
Who touches the ball? Not happy? No. Okay. Jared. Sorry, Matty. Mate, back to 0 tackle. I got no try. Just to confirm that Appy Coruscant does not get involved in play and actively influence the play before the double movement.
And the referee ruling double movement initially here. We'll just wait and see what happens with Coruscant, who's on the ground there in behind the play the ball. Comes back.
We're just monitoring Happy Coruscant this time.
Touch there, and then picked up by Kerr. Immediate call of 6 again. Coruscant gets involved.
Coruscant becomes involved in the play. Just looking at there.
He gets involved in the play, having been out of play at the play the ball. So the Dragons will maintain possession no matter what happens here. There's certainly a second effort there.
Ball is grounded short, and then is promoted. There is no try. However, the on-field decision of the offside, we have a decision.
And it will go against Happy Coruscant for getting involved in the play, having been out of play at the play the ball.
He just didn't get himself far enough back, did he, Coruscant? Just got off the ground after the play the ball. It'll be a penalty.
The offside from Appy, who comes from the ground and then influences the play. It's going to be a penalty
the
against
Saints do here. Got the 40-20. They've had a bit of possession. Let's have a look at their mindset.
In line with me.
And it's got to be a tap and go, you'd imagine, surely. Trailing 6 points to 0, and with Bulls possession at this end of the field, they keep the pressure on. Play it there through Kerr, only 5 metres out. Here's Hunt, first man option for Laurie. And the place would erupt if Blake Laurie can get across the line here tonight for try number 1 in his career. McCulloch, he finds Hunt. Here's Amone, who's thrown a close hand, looking for a little outside-inside play there, but it never evolved as Kikau was able to wrap up the Dragons 5-8. Hunt again at first receiver, finds de Belin. Here's Kerr. Plenty of numbers in the middle of the field there for the Panthers. 4 tackles gone. Hunt, cutout ball. It's Ramsey. Nothing doing there with Crichton, and also Charlie Staines getting to him. Last play for the home side in this set. Goes to Hunt, who'll bomb away out towards Lomax. Flying high, though. It's Sloan. Tyrell Sloan comes down with it. No Panther contested it, and the Dragons are on the board here tonight.
Yeah, what a kick there from Ben Hunt. After the 40-20 that he kicked a little bit earlier, that one was perfectly placed. 3 in. Put it straight on the head of Kikau, and Sloan with the pace comes through. Gee, glides this kid, doesn't he? He goes up higher than anyone else. That's a perfect grab. Slams the footy down, and the Saints are back in it.
Oh, what a catch that was. Lomax was thereabouts, as always, on these contests on the right-hand side, but Sloan beat him to the punch, and all the Panthers just watching on. Sloan flew for it. Kikau didn't go up for it. Tago flat-footed as well. To'o couldn't get there in time, and they pay a price. And Sloan, this teenager, this wonder kid.
That's some sort of skill too. As I said, he glides across the ground. Beautiful runner. And that was a great take. Perfectly weighted kick there. As you said, Kikau didn't even attempt to jump for the footy. He had a perfect grab at it. Sloan gets their first try.
Zach Lomax to do the kicking tonight again for the Dragons off the back of all that pressure. Quite a while in this first half to get a play inside the Panthers 20, but they've dominated the last 10 minutes or so off the back of the penalties. So a mistake by Penrith. No trouble for Lomax to convert. It's 6 apiece here. Friday night footy on Fox League. Josh Maguire and of course now the football list manager Shane Flanagan watching on as well from the dugout. Don't forget, on Monday night, 7:30 p.m, Benji is back, joined by special co-host Mitchell Moses. West Tiger himself ahead of their blockbuster against the Storm. The boys will also be checking in with superstar halfbacks Adam Reynolds and Jerome Hughes. That is Benji. Monday night, 7:30 p.m. What a coup getting Wayne Bennett first up last Monday.
Not a bad kid. Everyone on the planet has tried to get Wayne Bennett. Benji got him.
Bit of news coming off the back of that as well, with the coach getting a couple of pearls for Benji that had some headlines. Here is Ravalawa bringing it beyond the 20. Bit of noise here at Cogra suddenly. They've warmed to the task, the fans. It was a slow old start for the home side tonight, but they have got going here and won this contest against the defending champs. Here's Laurie giving it off to Josh Kerrs. Well, he added something since coming off the bench here for Anthony Griffin. 15 short of the halfway line. They'll kick again from dummy half through McCulloch this time. Thinking about a 40-20. Didn't quite have the legs on it. Almost had the angle though. Their second one of the game after the first one by Ben Hunt really started things for the Dragons as far as that weight of possession they had at the northern end at Strata Jubilee Stadium. It's Luai to play it. Coming to Dylan Edwards. Jumps out of dummy half. It's Coruscant. Finds Isaiah Yeo. O'Sullivan back on the inside. Liam Martin. What a good ball runner he is. Was he taken high here? That is the call by Chris Sutton.
It's Jack, mate.
And they'll have full set coming up here from deep on the attack as well. A bit of toilet paper or maybe a chucks up the hooter there of Jack Bird, who has had quite the battle so far with Liam Martin. Boy, there wasn't a lot of contact there, was there?
Yeah, there wasn't much in it, but just threw his arm up, a lazy arm. Right away again on the attack. They do everything so fast, don't they, the Panthers? They're in that attacking zone now.
Wait, let his arm go. Wait. You're rolling and caught him in there. Jade.
We'll play it eventually. When you're looking up, thinking he had a penalty. Here's a nice short ball from Yeo to Sorensen. What a good addition he has been to the Panthers over the past couple of seasons now. It's O'Sullivan out the back. Coruscant was there, was ready for it as well. An offload at will at times, the Panthers. Won't play the ball here though. Sloan gets tangled up with Coruscant. Edwards. He goes to Yeo. Keeps it going. O'Sullivan, Kikau flashed through the frame. O'Sullivan left on the ground here behind the play, and there will be another whistle for the contact on the Panthers halfback.
It's staying down too. Looked like it being a little bit late. Let's see how late it is now. Is it Sewer with the tackle? Jaden Sewer.
Spencer. I don't need you.
Just putting the halfback on notice. You're going to come into the line. This is what's going to happen.
Jaden. Ben, take your blokes. Just head back that way. Tyrell, thanks, mate.
Fair enough too. That was late.
So just go up there behind the red line. You go behind the red line.
There's been a tightening of the interpretation with contact like that over the past season and a half or so in the NRL, and
yes, mate.
I'm surprised that the bunker advises the referee that this will be a penalty once again to the Panthers.
A little bit of whiplash too. Just relaxes after he passes the ball and then gets hit. He'll be right. Just treating his neck at the moment, but another penalty to the Panthers. Through all the penalties too, so
hey, mate.
even cool game so far, 6-all.
Where's Jaden, mate?
Jaden Stewart will be called out.
Put on report.
The field earlier in the game with a foot injury. Now he's going to be placed on report. Potentially, does he go to the sin bin here?
Yep. Righto, mate. So it's a tackle on a player without the ball. It's in the bin.
He is too. Gee, I didn't think it was that late, but anyway. Trying to protect the halves. Fair enough.
Watch this at normal speed. You be the judge at home. O'Sullivan there. The force of the impact, I think, is the thing. If he makes contact with O'Sullivan and it's just a wrapping motion without any great force, enough force to knock him to the ground, I think it's perhaps just a penalty, and maybe even just play on. But when he leans into the tackle like that and he's late, the referee has no option.
Well, you've got no real choice, have you? The way that they're trying to protect the halves in that now, and rightfully so. Didn't think he went on with it there, Sewer. He half-pie pulled out of it, but he hit the ground pretty solid.
It's that whiplash scenario as well, which can really do some damage there. And we saw O'Sullivan touching at the back of the neck.
Is he going injury surveillance?
See how they defend now with a man down for 10 minutes. That's the Panthers.
Because O'Sullivan was injured and was touching at his neck.
He's got to go off, guys.
So O'Sullivan will come from the field for a full HIA. So the Dragons down a man defensively, with the Panthers down a halfback.
Yep. Injury surveillance bunkers asked for you to be removed, mate.
O'Sullivan doesn't want to come from the field, and there's no Panthers trainer out there at the moment, but there will be a reshuffle here. And
well, he's saying that he did the test with the trainer on the ground only minutes ago.
Yeah, well, I think we've reached the point where the test with the trainer on the ground should be a thing of the past, because the number of players who pass the on-field test only to be replaced later on after the video is looked at is off the charts at the moment. So Jamin Salmon comes onto the field, played a bit of edge forward, bit of back row last week. Now he'll play into his more natural halves position tonight, with O'Sullivan coming from the field. Downstairs to you, Lara.
Yeah, fair bit happening down here was Josh Kerr from the Dragons has also gone up the tunnel for an HIA. Tarek Sims is back on the field, and George Burgess has come into the fold for his club debut as well.
Thanks, Lara. We saw Josh Kerr coming from the field also after he's been very good off the bench. Change for the Dragons with George Burgess on deck. What a story he is. Stephen Crichton just beside the uprights off the back of back-to-back penalties puts the Panthers back on top with Jaden Sewer in the bin for the next 10 minutes. It's the Panthers who lead the Dragons 8 points to 6. Off the back of a hip resurfacing operation just on 12 months ago, George Burgess returns to the NRL, playing in game number 150 here tonight.
How hungry is that to get back and play? He must love the game so much. You know, when you get anything around the knees and the hips and all that, it's hard to come back from when you're a big man like that. There's Jaden Sewer still shaking the head. 150 games in first grade for George Burgess, his first one for the Saints.
He plays the game on the edge at times, does Jaden Sewer. He's paid the price here. The bunker getting involved and recommending that was a sin bin offence. And the Panthers lead by 2. Here is To'o coming in for a carry to play it just outside the Penrith 20. Sorensen. Mobile forward. Adds a bit of speed again to this Penrith forward pack, who were dominant last week against the Seagulls. Sometimes they give away a bit of size and weight, certainly weight against some of the bigger forward packs they come up against the Panthers, but the speed they play at is off the charts. Here is Luai, who copped a bump on his way through from George Burgess, who was fresh on the field, and he's going to give away a penalty here with pretty much his first involvement back in the NRL.
It's a penalty here for a hit on Jerome Luai. Keep going back, I don't need you all here.
He reaches out and puts a big fend right on the beak of Jerome Luai. Treading a fine line there also in his first minute back in the NRL.
Yeah, I think he's pretty lucky he was looking away then.
They're down to 12 at the moment, trailing by 2, and here are the Panthers. Inside the Dragons' 10. As Coruscant waits at dummy half. Sorensen playing it. Comes across to Yo, turns New inside. Boy, big fend. The chest there of Sloan. The teenager did well, though. Coruscant ducks left, comes back to the open side. Good tackle there on Sorensen, made by Burgess. Some help from Sloan once again. Set on the left-hand side. They crash straight through, though. Spencer Lemieux off the top turnbuckle. Yeah, he goes straight through them.
Yeah, Lemieux, after they got the penalty upfield, straight away. Just look at the sleight of hand of Coruscant here. Just nice, soft hands. He knew exactly Lemieux was coming onto the ball at a pace. Look at that. Looks like he was going to go out the back to Isaiah Yo. Hits the front man. Have a look. He's out the back. There's the soft hands. And that's a great try. The Panthers hit back against the Saints, who are another man down. Look at that. Looks like he's going to go out the back. Straight through. Panthers are in again under the posts.
Oh, do you reckon he wasn't pumped also? Spencer Lemieux named in the starting side. And coming off the bench with that change by Ivan Cleary, with Matt Eisenhuth beginning the game for the Panthers here tonight. Second try in game number 39, and he was mentioned by Ivan Cleary before the game also, talking to Lara Pitt, saying that Spencer Lemieux, third season now, sort of time to really up the ante, and boy, didn't he there? Great hands. That's a tough ball to take at speed. It's a real crash ball play, and he dives in underneath the black dot. They convert the try, and with 12 men on the field, the Dragons pay a price with Sewer and sin bin at the moment. The Panthers lead the Dragons 14-6.
Yeah, they're so good at just putting you to the sword, aren't they? A man down, as we said. The Saints, a silly penalty upfield, given field position, and they're just too good. Too many strike players. They just all had eyes for Isaiah Yo out the back there. The Panthers are in again.
The restart will go down here. It is the try scorer who will bring it back. Same time last year with injury, Spencer Lemieux. And, oh boy, speaking of that, I'll put the Moz on him straight away. And he's back on his feet now, rather slowly though. In that situation, we'll keep an eye on him to see how he fares. As Liam Martin. No sign of Jack Bird there this time. Jack de Belin got to him, and so did Moses Suli or Edwards. Little juggle. Regathered though as they came to get him through McCulloch, and they will play it just beyond the 40. Chance for it from inside the 40-20, but they'll keep it going through Isaiah Yo. Try and put some real pressure on the Dragons to work it away from their own end off a kick by Jerome Luai. The highest kick you've ever seen, comfortably taken as a result by Ravalawa. Didn't give the Panthers chasers a chance to get there to contest that ball. The Dragons to play it from their own 10 under huge pressure here, down a man. There's still a number of minutes, and now a ball ripped out here one-on-one from Lomax by Lemieux. They quickly come to the right-hand side. Salmon tipping it on. Brighton will play it 15 out from the Dragons line. Coruscant numbers down the short side. Salmon steps away from Hunt, takes them on. Wrapped up there by Burgess and also Bird. Midway through this set, Coruscant. He finds Isaiah Yo. Here's Lemieux once again. They were waiting for him this time. McCulloch was there. So was Tarek Sims. Another slow play of the ball. He's okay this time though. Spencer. Coruscant comes to Lemieux. Kikau! He goes straight through. He has a double. What a night as he brings up the century.
Well, that's the way to run, isn't it? Just hitting the ball at speed like that. And you're such a big man. A couple of legs tackles there from the Saints. They look very tired, don't they? Back-to-back tries to the Panthers while they've had a man in the sin bin. Here's the strip. Lemieux gets the strip, and then straight away the Panthers on the attack. Look at this for power running. Legs tackle, you can't do that. Couple of arm grabs. Not on this guy. As I said, the Saints are looking tired. And he's in again for number 2 in his 100th game. Kikau, virtually unstoppable that close to the line.
And he went around the entire room pretty much in that jersey presentation for game number 100 yesterday and thanked everybody. Of course, he's headed for the Bulldogs in 2023, and I think perhaps some of the emotion of that jersey presentation was due to the fact that he knows this is his last season with the Panthers. And boy, what a night for the family, sitting there just on the back of the seats below the hill here at Cogra, and he grabs a couple, and there's still time for plenty more.
Just one of those guys, when he decides to pin the ears back and hit the ball at speed, wow, you don't get in front of him, you're in all sorts of trouble. He just tramples straight over you. Here's the kick.
Well, beside the uprights, Crichton with the conversion. It is 20 points to 6, a game which is in the balance at 6-all not that long ago. But from the moment Jaden Sewell put the late hit on, it has swung around. 2 tries for the Panthers, 1 to Leniu. The second one here for Kikau. Good ball for Luai, who hits that gap between Amon and also Lomax. And no surprise that he leads our VB hard-earned index as we head towards halftime. 71 run meters, 3 tackle bus as well. There's plenty of work in defence as well. Leniu, he brings it back. Up the ante off the bench, hasn't he? Looking backwards here, and a good stop by Sims. Also to Bellin. To'o is there again. George Bird just looking for a one-on-one strip, unsuccessfully so. It's Sorensen. Brings it up, 20 short. On the halfway line, Coruscant goes across from Yoda. Edwards back on the inside. Almost got the Melbourne Storm play. How many times have we seen Smith, Cronk and Slater combined for a play like that? Here's Luai, chance for Tago. On the far side of the field. He takes it down within almost 30 metres of the Dragons line. Big metres here once again for Penrith. It's Luai to kick. More height on this one. Liam Martin is there. Ramsey, swing and a miss. Still in play. Tapped. Staines. Toes it forward. Even he can't get there with his speed.
Gee, they're a dangerous football side, aren't they? There's been some great collisions here in the first half, but a lot of one-on-one missed tackles here from the Saints. Just got to clean that area up. They're always at you, the Panthers.
As Burgess takes it forward, a reminder, don't forget at half-time, Hannah, Benji and the G-Train. Great to see Gordy back in this neck of the woods. So I'll take you through this first half and continue the build-up to the second game and the double head-up. The Roosters take on the Seagulls. So live right here on Friday Night Footy on Fox League as the Dragons will play it. 15 short of the halfway line. Eventually Sims play the ball. Bellin. Mr. Grant quickly looking for a quick play the ball. He gives Hunt some room here, and now Bird hands it off to Sully, who's been well contained so far in his few chances by Stephen Crichton. Bird gives it to Hunt. Coming quickly, Lomax midfield. Crash play for him. He's coughed it up though this time. Jaden Sewer is back on for the Dragons, so it's 13 v 13 once again, but another chance wasted there by St George Illawarra.
Yeah, they're starting to get tired. 7 errors from the Dragons here in the first half. As you said, the crash ball there, but not much hope of catching the footy. They just closed the gap straight away. Another opportunity now. They just ticked the scoreboard over. That's how good they are. You wouldn't think it was 20-6 the way that both sides have played in the first half, but here they come again, the Panthers.
And the quick men coming midfield. To'o earlier in the set. Staines here trying to test out these tired Dragons forwards, but in the contest here, he has put it down. Bird there making contact with the ball. Also involved in the tackle. Not any great strip. Oh, yeah, just a little rip there by Bird. Opinion of the referee, that was all okay. And the error from Staines as opposed to a strip by Bird.
Went straight back out too, didn't challenge that one. Staines just quickly got back out on his wing. Still got another set left before half-time, I'd say, the Panthers.
last chance with the ball, you'd imagine, here for the Dragons in this opening 40. Started 5'8", the Moan playing it there. Sewer comes towards Coruscant, dumps it out the back, or DeBellin did well. He wasn't expecting it. Could have easily coughed that up and given the Panthers a chance right before the break. Now Hunt flat at first receiver. The ball goes to ground. Lomax rather ends up with it. In fact, it comes back to Sorensen. And now the Panthers will get the last save. They've lost their way badly again here, the Dragons, and it was Lomax once again. A long way from his right centre position, involved in the turnover. From Coruscant, it goes to Luai, a big shift. They'll test out Amon, and Lomax once again. Dumps out the back there, does Kikau. They've turned it back over. The Dragons have hung on. There's also potentially a couple of plays there. Penrith, Kikau desperate to keep it alive. And instead it's Ravalawa. Will work it away here and play it just inside his own 30.
I reckon they might have looked up at the scoreboard and just on the stroke of half-time tried to change their hand. There's the siren now.
We had the Phantom siren on a night of celebration for the life and the career of Norm Provan. The Phantom is back to celebrate. He went off early, didn't fool the referee nor the players. But at the break, as the real siren sounds, it's the Panthers who lead the Dragons 20 points to 6. We'll see what they can come out with here to begin this second half. Anthony Griffin would have been disturbed with what he saw in the opening 10 minutes in particular, with the Dragons just dominated and they had the ball at their own end. The line speed of the Panthers, as it was last week in round 1 against the Seagulls, was way too quick for them, and turnovers came thick and fast. The charge down amongst them. Ben Hunt being charged down by Viliami Kikau, so the Panthers well on top here by more than 2 converted tries. A number of changes to the starting side we're hearing for the Roosters. Well, the second of our 2 clashes tonight. We'll take you through those pre-game scenario before kickoff there at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Here is Isaiah, and he has been one of the real factors in building this Penrith team into the juggernaut they are. Great last week, both ball playing and running the tuck under his arm. And in the middle of the field is the link man. Sean O'Sullivan spent some time off the field at the end of the first half with that HIA scenario, having been hit late by Jaden Sewer. And Ben Hunt will be hoping for a better beginning to the second half than what he had to the first half, where he was under all sorts of pressure due to the lack of play-the-ball speed they had in those opening sets.
He got himself into the game, but midway through the first half of the 40-20, and then the try assist with the crossfield kick. There's a little bit more of a hand from his forwards. There's O'Sullivan too back on the field. That's a good sign for the Panthers.
No surprise that he's cleared his head injury assessment. The Dragons get us back underway. Flames go up here at Cogra. We'll see if the Dragons are breathing fire in the second half, or there's the Panthers who extinguish them and go on with it. We've got another big score line here tonight. It's To'o at the Panthers 20. Slow play the ball here as it goes from Coruscant. His service was outstanding in the first half. Lovely ball for Spencer and Ninu to crash across. And Jaden Sewer was in the sin bin for the Dragons, and they were down to 12. Sorensen playing it. Goes to O'Sullivan. Liam Martin renewing acquaintances with Jack Bird and also Andrew McCulloch out there. There's a Sully likewise involved in the tackle. O'Sullivan from just outside the 40 drives it through the Dragons' defensive line down the middle of the field. Ravalawa has been a non-factor here tonight. They just haven't been able to get him an equality ball off the back of the hat-trick he scored last week. Slowly back to his feet here. He'll play it just outside his own 10. Ramsey comes in for a scurry. We go downstairs to Lara Pitt.
Yeah, it was just a message from both coaches at halftime. Anthony Griffin not impressed at all with that opening half. Called out That hit from Jaden Sewer on O'Sullivan as dumb, putting the team under all sorts of pressure now, chasing this 14-point deficit. From the Panthers, Ivan Cleary wants his side to start again. This opening 10 minutes of the second half, most important to match it with the Dragons. Kikau off for a break after his very busy first half. As you can see, O'Sullivan recovers from his head knock.
Here's Hunt from inside the 40. Lovely contact here. The spiral going down inside the Panthers 20, but Edwards on his bike gets across to take it on the full. Hands it off to Brian To'o, who's under pressure here from Josh Kerr, who is back on deck, having passed his own HIA. Now Isaac Tager. Interesting to hear that Mr. Coach Anthony Griffin said it was not the smartest piece of play he's seen from Jaden Sewer.
Well, you just can't afford to give the Panthers in any situation the field position like they did. They just, while it was off, they scored a couple of tries, so you can't afford to do it. Just that discipline. Panthers just rolling forward again. The outside backs have been a little bit quiet. I expect a little bit more from them in the second half here, the Panthers.
Here is Isaiah Yeo poking his nose through the line, but losing it. They were steaming up in support as well. Just couldn't get the pass away before it came free. Watch this again. Saw McCulloch trying to use his size to get past him, his speed to get past DeBellin, and the contact from Jack DeBellin just jolted the ball free.
Got a great nose of when to run. He makes that mistake there. There's To'o down. McCulloch doesn't look real well neither.
Well, it was Isaiah Yeo who went through that left shoulder of Andrew McCulloch, and now Brian To'o is also down here for the Panthers, but it does look to be a shoulder problem for McCulloch. Oh, he is in all sorts of pain, Andrew McCulloch.
They just pour through your middle, don't they, the Panthers? Make those tackles.
Watch it again here as he goes towards Isaiah Yeo, and yes, the contact there, the extended arm just reached at that left shoulder straight away. Wasn't a lot in it, but boy, he knew he was in trouble immediately.
Probably a dislocated elbow too, by the look of it. He's very painful. I think we'll see him again this evening. It's a big loss too, their dummy half. To'o getting the knee strap. Take a lot more to get him off.
Head in first, mate. Head in. Come on.
Let's see what this means as far as dummy half play is concerned for the Dragons. Imagine Moses Mbai, who is out there now in jumper 14, will slot straight into the hooking role as such, and there he is doing exactly that. Grabbed here by Coruscant as he had to give himself up on the run for fear of giving away a penalty. Hunt back on the inside here for Jaden Sewer, but again the Panthers up there in numbers, and they hold him up, drive him backwards the best part of 10 metres before he's able to play the ball. Burgess. Another slow play of the ball, wrapped up by Salmon, and also Spencer Lemieux as Hunt chips in behind them. Edwards coming across, gets there in plenty of time. Grabbed by Lomax, they're trying to keep him off the ground and drag him all the way to the sideline. Did his hand go close? Well, the ball came free. Now there's a whistle. Surely that was, well, the call is lost by Edwards, not ripped out after the tackle was completed.
Yeah, it looks like he thought he was going to be bundled in a touch and let go of the ball, or try to get it back in field. Got there in plenty of time. They held him up. They try and drive him over the sideline. Look, he just drops the ball down on the ground. And Lomax scoops it up. Is that play on? The ball's just there.
The referee screaming held there a couple of times. I could have made a case that he was actually tackled with the first time his backside made contact with the turf. It looked like his momentum had stopped, and then they made a second effort again. The referee's calling held, but then says, no, you lost it. You see so many times attacking players giving the ball back after they either pass the ball or it comes free after the call of held. The Dragons have it, though. As Hunt hands it off to Kerr. And they get 6 more tackles here. The Panthers being offside on their own line. Chance here from close range. De Belin within reach of the line. Burgess spinning. Gives it to Hunt. Staying alive himself. Runs back to Leniu, who makes the tackle with Edwards. Another slow play the ball. Edwards gets involved again a second or third time. Yeah, it's going to be play on. Now and by going himself. And stopped by the upright pad as much as anything. A couple of plays left in this set. And now it's been lost by the Dragons. Ben Hunt can't believe it. Neither can Moses and Bai.
Gee, there was a couple of sloppy play the balls there. I think they were a little bit unfortunate they didn't get a penalty. Look, they're all over him there. And Bai trying to play the ball.
Boys, getting pretty close on the shot clock with these. You need to work in here.
You can't have your hands on the bloke like that playing the ball.
That would appear to be a very tough call against the Dragons. Sorensen there all over the shoulders of Moses and Bai, making contact with him and pushing him backwards as Bai was trying to play it. So I guess if the Panthers are a little unlucky on the sideline call with Edwards losing the ball, the Dragons very unlucky right there. Martin here is Jack Bird. What a battle it's been between those two. They've been going at it from the opening whistle. Burgess now coming forward. Big collision on Scott Sorensen. Takes him down. 3 players gone just outside their own 20. It's Isaiah who'll play it here. Coruscant comes across to Edwards, who uses his speed to get things going and get them out of a sticky situation there from deep inside their own territory. Now O'Sullivan, that first receiver. Not a bad strike coming forward. Ravalawa makes the catch, gets going. He drives Luai backwards. He'll play it here 5 on his own side of halfway. Just a reminder, the Ampol Women's State of Origin is back and heading to Canberra in 2022. You can be there to witness the best of the best from New South Wales and Queensland. Tickets on sale now at nrl.com/tickets. The Dragons just outside the Panthers 40. No change to our halftime scoreline. 3 tries to 1 it is. It's De Belin will play it here. And Bai. Predominantly Red Sox. He waits a dummy half. That's out Amon. Hasn't had many chances to show what he can do so far in this game. Now Hunt. He can put it on the boot. Edwards is there once again. Sloan, who scored the Dragons' lone try with a lovely catch off a Ben Hunt kick in the first half. Was thereabouts again. Just not enough hang time on the kick. We've seen that a couple of times from both teams here tonight as Bill Kikau comes back on.
Yeah, just kicking for the sake of it. I think the Saints have got to try and find Moses Suli. You've got to get him into the game. We know what a destructive ball runner he is, but hardly been sighted. They keep coming over this right-hand side, the Saints. They need to go to Suli.
We saw Brian Thomas coming to that knee problem. Some attention to a moment ago. There he is, limping his way back towards the Panthers bench. A kick from inside the 40. And then a Ravalawa here once again. He'll wind up and just take them on once more also. A couple of good carries. The big Fijian on this right wing. Looks up, hoping for a penalty, doesn't get one. So George Illawarra here trying to get something going. They've had a few chances. It's Ramsey to play it. Here is Kerr, in and away, runs to Kikau, who grabbed a piece of him. Got enough to take him to ground. Yo got involved, perhaps after the tackle had been completed. Play on's the call. Hunt goes to Suli. Fends away there from Salmon. They're inside the 20. Last tackle here for the Dragons. And Bai, he finds Hunt. Goes through the hands this time. Amon grubbering. Putting Crichton under pressure. He takes no chances with it. And that big left hand takes it out of play.
He's been good, Josh Kerr. A little bit of footwork in and away. Gotta wonder where the support is there for the Saints. He's looked pretty good when he's been on the field. He was good in the first half. That's a good run. They've done the best thing here they possibly could do. The little grubber kick in the in-goal area. Crichton plays at it. The Saints get the ball back. They've had plenty of ball to start the second half. Got to get on that scoreboard.
The handling for the most part has been better than the first half. By some stretch, they completed just 10 of 19 in that opening 40. The only mistake so far came from Mbai on top of the try line. Here he is, going to DeBellin. Takes it inside the Panthers 20. Still half an hour remaining here, all the time in the world for St George Illawarra. Amon shows it, takes on Kikau. Luai helps him out. Inside the 10, Mbai comes across through the hands of DeBellin, then Hunt. Kerr is there once again. Reading the tackle, stopping. 2 plays left in this set. Bit of shape on this right-hand side. DeBellin finds a moan. Into space, Jaden Sewer. The sin bin man from the first half scores the Dragons' second here tonight, and they're back in this contest.
Yeah, as you say, that they've cleaned up their handling, haven't they, in the second half. They've forced the line drop out. They went over the left-hand side, then come back to Jaden Sewer. They dig right into the line here. That is a beautiful held-up pass there by Amon. And Sewer just shows his strength. Straight from the middle of the field. Come back out this right-hand side. They get caught a little bit flat-footed. Here's the money ball. Just over-read at that time. The centre in Tago, and Sewer's in for the Saints.
So a switch with Tago playing on the left-hand side with Stephen Crichton on his outside playing on the left wing. And Brian To'o out of action. Perhaps a bit of a miscommunication there between that left edge defence with the reshuffle for the Panthers. And as a result, they were going out and they had to jam in. And Sewer poured through a hole. 20 points to 10, kick to come. And once again, a bit of atmosphere rising here at Cogra.
Well, they put themselves back into the game. Pretty important kick, this one. They've had all the ball. As you said, they've cleaned up their handling a little bit, haven't they? The Saints, after a poor effort, was 10 from 19 in the first half. They've been good enough to score the opener, the opening try of the second half.
An unhappy first half with his hands, Zach Lomax. The kicking, though, is good. He adds 2 more points. It's 20 points to 12. The Dragons have a second try here tonight. We go back downstairs to Lara Pitt.
Well, it's just an update on a couple of major injuries that have come out of this game from the Dragons. Doctors confirmed an elbow dislocation there for Andrew McCulloch. As you can see, he's sitting there with that left arm in a sling and on ice. He will have scans to determine how bad the injury is and the damage, but certainly looking at it some time on the sidelines. From the Panthers' point of view, they're not willing to speculate just yet on the severity of Brian To'o's knee injury, but certainly a concern for them. He will play no further part in this game.
And that's a blow for both teams. Loss of a dummy half and a winger for the Panthers. So the reshuffle, this left-hand side. Crichton playing left wing. Tago playing inside him. Kikau inside them, and Kikau was there to meet Makali Ravalawa. A couple of very large humans coming together.
Well, he's given a bit of a spark with his running, hasn't he? The back end of the field, Ravalawa. Just showed his teammates the way to go. Kicking early.
After producing a 40-20 in the first half, that was from deep inside their own territory there. Down the middle of the field to Dylan Edwards. And the Panthers have it here almost back as a result at the halfway line. And it's Luai. The dance back to the middle. See if this reshuffled left edge of the Panthers can just compose themselves. Here is Charlie Staines coming in from the right wing. Play at 35 away from the Dragons line. Yo, back on the inside for Eisenhuth, who is back out there, having started the game. Fair stint back on the bench. Down to the middle, here's Yo, keeping it alive. A chance on this left-hand side. Mitch Kenny is out there now for the Panthers. He plays it. Last tackle, O'Sullivan. Grubbers at the line. Panthers running into each other. Tago was there, so was Kikau, and now there's a whistle.
No penalty try because of Michaela
I think
Ravalawa.
Kikau's blowing up that he was obstructed as he tried to chase the kick through.
And I got no penalty try on last tackle. Just confirm that we have no penalty try after the professional foul in the lead up by the Dragons.
They went down like 9 pins here after the kick from O'Sullivan. Tago going in, Kikau going out.
The Penrith kick chase is onside. Zach Lomax runs across the line.
Well, no question with Ravalawa there making the catch. This being a penalty try, but are you happy in this situation? I think we saw this pretty much.
Zach Lomax impedes a Penrith player from going through.
There's no way.
100% of the time last year that this was a professional foul and a sin bin. See what the referee says here. No try. We get confirmation of that, but we knew that.
Yep. Back there, Dragons. It'll be a penalty. Isaiah, back you go, mate. Back you go. Zach. Ben, I don't need all your players here. Back we go, mate. Okay, the vicinity of the Penrith player to the ball and the proximity to the try line to professional foul.
Well, that is entirely consistent with what we saw throughout 2021. The interpretation, professional fouls in that situation, again, a no-brainer.
Yeah, to the letter of the law. Looked like he stood his ground there, Lomax. I know he did go in front of him, but anyway. Remember in the first half when they were a man down, the Panthers were able to score a couple of tries. See what they can come up with now.
They scored twice. I mean, Sewell was in the sin bin in the first half, and here they are again with a man advantage until the 65th minute. And it's Yo in the middle of the field. Not much doing on that right-hand side on that occasion. There's a chance to get themselves organised on either edge here with a slow play the ball. O'Sullivan on the inside for Eisenhuth, who picked out Sloan in the middle of the defensive line. Did well the fullback with some help from DeBell. And now Coruscant out of dummy half. Takes them on. He's only a metre short or so. Kenny waits at dummy half. He comes back to O'Sullivan. Liam Martin there on the angle. Well met, though, by Ben Hunt. Good contact there with some help from Laurie also. Still tackles to play with here. O'Sullivan scouting sideways. Doing and losing the ball one-on-one. It was Jaden Sewer who ripped it away from him and the Dragons survived.
Yeah, that was good intent, wasn't it, there from Jaden Sewer. One-on-one strip. Just held him up straight away, bang. Strips the ball. Did well to Amon not to get involved in the tackle. Here we go. And the crowd goes up. They've been baying for half an hour.
Oh boy, have they been baying. They went up like it was full time in the grand final here in the newly renamed Norm Provan grandstand at Netstrata Jubilee. My goodness, there was a celebration. They've been screaming for an offside penalty from the Panthers. And the diehards, they're still on their feet, throwing haymakers. There'll be Laurie Nichols up there for a moment, Stephen, the way that gentleman was throwing them.
The great man.
Let's see what they offer as a response. Ravalawa. They'll play it here, just outside the 30. They're down a man for another 8 minutes or thereabouts with Lomax in the sin bin. It's Kerr to play it just outside the 20. And then by goes to DeBella. Laurie straight down the middle. Good carry there. Equally good stop by Yo and Coruscant. Now Mo. On the inside there for Sewer. Laurie look to his left-hand side. They were saying no, Blake. We go back that way, so he obliges, and we'll play it here 10 away. From the Panthers line. Deep left-hand side set. Hunt on that side. Goes to Sloan. Stands at the tackle there for a moment of O'Sullivan. giving away some height in that contest with the Panthers halfback. He did well. Eisenhuth was there to help him out. Last play, Mbai down the short side. Surely that was ad-lib from Moses Mbai, and I think he would like that over once again.
You're just trying the trick play down the short side. Not a bad place for them to turn the ball over, but all to do now for the Panthers on their own line. Gee, they're missing their big fella, aren't they, in Fisher Harris. Still sitting down there on the sideline.
That bump earlier in the game where he was trying to get a bit of attention from the trainer after a head clash. Now, Kikau comes out to Tago, grabbed there by Amon, and a shift from the Panthers to help them out of their own 20. It's Luai. Goes to Crichton. Right set up now playing on the left wing. To'o out of the game due to that knee problem. Here's Charlie Staines. One more play here. Luai with the high ball. Ravalawa looking to the heavens. Stands underneath it. Kikau is there again. Boy, the Fijian on his countryman's got his eyes set for a massive contact here tonight.
Yeah, well, you don't want him to wind up, do you? Kikau just made sure that he didn't that time. Tell you what, he's standing in that tackle and he hits him front on. That is a big collision.
They've come together a couple of times now, and here's another penalty. The Dragons doing a nice job of slowing things down and using up this time on the clock while they only have 12 on the field. Just compose themselves here. See Jack DeBellin saying, take a moment, catch your breath. Ben Hunt talking to Jack Bird about what they're going to work for towards the back end of this set. They could grab one here, short-handed as they are at the moment. Close this gap to either 4 or 2. This place will erupt. Penalties back to 5 apiece as Ravalawa off the restart. Played here just inside the Panthers 40. It's in by. Goes to Sewer. Bounces off the shoulder there of Eisenhuth. Still going. Another 5 or 6 metres after contact. Good carry by the right edge forward. DeBellin in the middle. Oh, had to wait. Laurie was very late in getting there. Real mistiming or miscommunication on the play. What a cheap turnover that is. And the Panthers, who Tago doing some dancing very effectively, still going, brings it back to almost the 40. What happened there, Stephen?
Yeah, just stops all momentum. Just bad hands again. Blake Laurie it was that time. They just tried to turn him back on the inside. Should have swallowed that ball. Wasn't a hard one. Saints just drop all momentum. They were starting to build.
It was almost like Laurie didn't realise it was his carry. He was there very late in the piece. The timing was awful, and they put it down as a result. Coruscant playing it from Edwards. It goes to Yo. Here's Luai showing it. He was there on that left-hand side for a moment. Doesn't matter now, though, because Tago has put it down. About 4 minutes away from it being 13 on 13 once again, and the Panthers still can't crack them with this one-man advantage.
Yeah, they just haven't got any sort of momentum in the second half, have they? The Panthers have been playing for the bulk of it off their own line. Their mistakes like that, turning the ball over. Gives the Saints another chance. I like their chances once they get down there. The Panthers a little bit out of sorts here to start the second half.
Just past midway in their second half. The difference is 8. The Dragons hanging on with 12 on the field for the moment. Drop balls and set play situations have helped to use up some of that time on the clock with Lomax in the bin for 10. Now Molo is back out there here for the Dragons. We'll play it to Mbai, who's on deck for McCulloch. They put it down again. This time it's Jack DeBellin who turns it over.
So important to have.
There'll be no advantage here, sorry, Stephen, for Kikau, who puts it down, but they just can't take a trick at the moment, the Dragons, and get through a set of 6 to perhaps try and apply a bit of pressure inside the Panthers 20.
It's so important to have good service out of the dummy half area. The Bellin flying onto the footy. The pass might have been a little bit too hard there. But a fair few mistakes starting to creep into the game now.
There is Zach Lomax. Inside 2 minutes remaining now. He'll make his way back towards the sideline to be ready to make it 13 on 13 again. I don't know he'll get back out there while the Panthers have this set of 6 right here. Salmon almost losing his strides, and we'll play it there. 40 out from the Dragons line. Coruscant. Short ball there is coming in, which Kenny will book his way through the middle. Yo likewise runs towards Laurie and Molo. Still going Isaiah Yo. What a colossus he has become. From the edge of the 20. It's O'Sullivan. Edwards, good ball. Luai, the timing is lovely. Tago gives it off to Crichton. He stops, puts the brakes on, and stays in the field of play. He did well in the end.
And loses it.
He thinks it was ripped out. We haven't seen a captain's challenge as yet tonight. And now we have.
Yeah, we've got a challenge.
Some nice slick stuff down that left-hand side again from the Panthers. Good catch and pass. Crichton ends up with a tackle.
Challenge on the decision of knock on from Penrith.
Check the instruction. You dropped it.
Seemed to be late in the piece. The ball came free. Right in there. So the tackle was completed there. What happens from this point on, though? Was there a sneaky hand from a Dragons punching it free? Jaden Sewer with his right hand is thereabouts. Oh, no, the left hand, in fact. Was it Talatau Amone?
Just looking to see any potential interference by
on
the
this
Dragons.
right-hand side.
Well, it looked like someone stripped at the ball there in the end, but
Just watch the left hand of Amone here. Got his hand down there on the ball or thereabouts. And this angle.
Talatau
Just there.
Amone's left hand pushes the ball out from the grasp of Stephen Crichton. The challenge is successful.
Position for us, mate.
Took a chance. The back end of the set as well. It'll be 6 more plays coming up for the Panthers off the back of the penalty for the strip by Amone on Crichton.
good place to get a penalty too. Right on the line of the Dragons. A kick for touch, kick back. 12 metres out now.
Thanks, buddy. Hold here. Wait. Wait.
Well, a pivotal moment in the game in this set of 6 coming up. It's Eisenhuth to play it inside the 10. The Dragons moments away from having 13 versus 13 once again, but there's still a man down while Lomax waits over the top. Luai goes to Crichton. That's away from the sideline. Ravalawa is there. Sewer now thinking about a one-on-one strip as Ravalawa dropped out of the tackle. Kikau finds Luai. Goes to Eisenhuth. At one-on-one there. Good tackle by Blake Laurie. He got him scary. Zach Lomax rejoins the action. They're back to the full complement. It's Coruscant. Looks left, goes right. Yo taking them on, testing out the speed there of de Bellin. He does well. The Dragons lock forward. Quick play the ball. Coruscant. O'Sullivan tipped on. Was it a knock on there by Staines? Knocked backwards the call. Maybe a piece of luck right there. Luai stops, gives it to Kikau. He loses it. The Dragons hang on, and Bai has it. And the locals go up once again here at Cogra.
Yeah, I think the Panthers were a little lucky to get away with that. Staines looked like it was going to knock on over the other side of the field. But Saints hang on.
Well, they've done enormously well, St George Illawarra, to hang on and absorb all that pressure from the Panthers. Well, they were down to 12 and Lomax in the sin bin.
Gee, to play the ball there, he's been horrible in this game. Been allowed to lay in and around, lay on for too long.
There is Kenny trying to do exactly that on Suley. Hunt looking to his outside. back on the inside there, links up with his fullback, but Sloan is stopped at the halfway line. Second last play in this set, Laurie, just punching it forward. They need some good last play options here. It'll go back to Hunt. From this point on, they've got to be pretty much perfect. The kick down towards Crichton. Lomax is there. It sails beyond him. Edwards now under pressure. Grabbed by Sloan. Edwards still not held. Driven backwards. They stop him and get a result.
Yeah, that was better too there from the Saints. They came in numbers. Edwards was trying to get himself back in the field of play. Sewer, Lomax, all involved in the tackle.
Going to come to you here in a sec, mate. Okay, Matty. Mate, we've got a captain's challenge from the Panthers, who believe there's a knock-on in the lead-up to the tackling goal.
So they're going to check to see if Zach Lomax got a fingernail on the ball on that bomb.
They're all on side there. Crichton didn't even go for the football.
Just looking at the St George Chasers.
Well, it was Lomax who was one in from the wing. Now his foot definitely behind the point where the ball was kicked here by Ben Hunt. Players on the inside in Tyrell Sloan in front of the kicker, but outside.
Just looking for a potential touch from Zach Lomax.
Oh, a bending of the fingers.
I think he's touched it.
Was there a telltale bending of the fingers?
The fingers of the left hand of Zach Lomax touched the ball.
Yep, I think they're right.
Therefore, it's a knock-on. The challenge is successful.
2 challenges, 2 results for the Panthers here tonight. Such an important one there. Was going to be a goal line dropout. Instead, it's a knock-on against Zach Lomax.
Well, that's a big one.
Hey, boys, who's going to play it? It's going to be up here. You got to work.
Just put back onto the field too after his stint in the sin bin.
Wait the 10 here. Hold here. Play the ball. Hold.
Panthers hang on again. Look at the line speed now of the Dragons.
Jack, let go here.
Just inside 14 minutes remaining in game number 1 tonight, right here. Friday night footy on Fox League. The Roosters and the Seagulls. The SCG. In this game here tonight. A lot of game time still left here. And perhaps a few more twists and turns. Sorensen. Play for Coruscant. Edwards. Over the ball there from the dummy half. He got a breather last week, and Kenny came on for 13 minutes before he came back to the finale. Coruscant. So he's going to play the entire game out there tonight with Kenny and he both on the field at the same time, and Kenny in that middle third role. It's O'Sullivan. Luai on the chase. Ravalawa coming forward, goes to the air. Luai drops off on the contact as a result. Ball comes free. Ripped out. 2-on-1 is the call. Kikau had a big left hand in there.
They're just striking at the ball, just raking at it. You want to challenge it?
They're 2 for 2 so far tonight. Kikau, his hands thereabouts. Well, boy.
I don't know if he was raking at the ball, was he?
Well, a little play, a little sneaky go. Just a sneaky one, and the referee was on the spot. All the big calls right tonight here. No controversy at Cogra from our point of view, I think, Stephen.
Yeah, both sides are really trying to spoil each other, haven't they? And a lot of penalties in this game of footy so far. A lot of errors, stop-start affair. It suits the Dragons a little bit more, I'd say.
And at the moment, they trail by 8, though. DeBellin plays it. Their handling has let them down at crucial times again in this second half. Laurie hangs on to this one, 30 away. Plays it from by DeBellin. So many touches tonight. Hunt, a grubber intended. O'Sullivan got a piece of it. It came back to Sloan, and they'll have 6 more plays. Perhaps the piece of luck, the change in fortune they were looking for here tonight. Here's a Mo. That first receiver takes it forward. So a full set from inside the Panthers 20. And by waiting, slow play the ball again. Hunt, short ball there. DeBellin will play it just outside the Panthers 10. very slow play the ball here again as Coruscant wraps him up. Molo charging hard. Surely time for the halves to show what they can do on this play. Here is Mbai. And Moan does that. Lomax tipping on straight past Ravalawa's right hand.
Hand over.
You can put that down to Crichton too, putting pressure on. We know what a good ball player he is. Zach Lomax just tried to flick the ball on, but with Stephen Crichton that just made the decision to come in. He got there right on time. They'll rue this game at the end of it, won't they? The Saints have had plenty of chances.
Well, they had some nice moments, both Lomax and Ravalawa last week in that win against the Warriors, but chance there in attack. They'd love to grab something there, even another repeat set if they could with a goal line dropout. Instead, the Panthers work it away through the speed of the Forbes Ferrari. Staines will play it here. 5 short of the halfway line. It's Edwards. He takes it back into Dragons territory. Coruscant flat through the middle. A little bit of width. It's Kenny on the outside there of O'Sullivan. The Panthers thought there might have been some high contact from Jack Bird. Kenny certainly appealing for a high shot. It'll be the last now as Coruscant goes to O'Sullivan. Hunt was chasing out at the kicker, didn't get there in time. They picked out Ravalawa once again here. And with a pink curtain all around him, they wrap him up pretty comfortably this time around. There is Daly Cherry Evans warming up at the Sydney Cricket Ground as they take on the Roosters next. Vic Radley in the news, of course, last week ruled out of the game early on in that loss to Newcastle at the SCG by the third doctor, if you want to call him that, the doctor in the bunker, who advised the Roosters he had to be replaced and couldn't return the remainder of the game. See how he fares tonight. That'll be a cracking way to round out a great night of footy here on Fox League. Here's Lomax in behind Tago. Does very well, though. The young centre rounding up Lomax. A moan for Hunt. Looks back to the right-hand side. Lomax was back onside. Hunt chasing his own kick. Makes a contest of it with Edwards, but he's up above the pack again.
There's a nice take there. Edwards put under all sorts of pressure. There's a lost ball there from Kikau. You're going to say that one was played at?
Well, there was only one in the tackle. As we watched it live, we can confirm that here. But here is Kikau again. 2 tries in the opening half. Well, second hand there from Amon. I don't know that Hunt was playing at it. I think it was just lost. There was no complaints from Viliami Kikau, and the Dragons get a do-over.
Got some courage, hasn't he? Ben Hunt, the captain of the Dragons, and a much bigger man, one-on-one. He loses the footy. 10 metres out, the Dragons.
Stay down, Jerome. There, nice and close. Ball in. Break.
And a try here to give us a grandstand finish. A Norm Provan grandstand finish. It's Sully, just outside the 10. And eventually there's O'Sullivan. This is up some precious seconds. Molo. He runs the line. Flat right-hand side for the moment. The Bellin takes another carry. It'll take them a long time to get ready for a shot on either side. Now they're there. Hunt, flat ball though for Sully. Not much doing against this Panthers defensive line, which is as good as any in the NRL, quite obviously. And by now at first receiver, here's Hunt. He finds Moan. Lomax has to wait for it. Can't beat the Panthers when you've got to wait for it in attack like that. Last play here for the Dragons. Amon comes back to the middle. It's Sims who gives it back to Hunt. The kick going sideways, if not backwards. Taken there by Ramsey. A second kick. Bird's there. Tips it backwards. It comes back to Sims. He finds him by. Now Hunt. Numbers on this right-hand side. Sewer puts a kick in. That's a very good one. It sits up as well. And Edwards takes it dead. They went via the Cape, but they got the result they were looking for, Blocker.
Well, he's made up there for the sin binning, hasn't he? Sewer scored the try that Saints needed to get back in the game. A nice little touch here. He spread the ball out to Sewer. He puts the boot to ball. And lucky Edwards is there, just trailing back on the inside. Gets himself in a perfect position. Well weighted there from Sewer. They get the ball back again.
There's some time off here. I'm entirely sure of the reason for the time off. The Panthers won't mind this, though. It's going to be for Jaden Sewer. And attention for the Dragons edge forward. And some blood flowing from a nick, and now it's play on as Sims brings it back at speed. They'll begin just outside the 30. Sorensen there, the right arm hanging by. He's on with that contact with Sims. Molo on the play the ball. Now Hunt. He goes to Sloan. Little goose step. Hand off. Good carry. Here is Bird doing what he does so well. Bumping off defenders. Stays on the ground here. They need it played quickly.
Tackle 3. Hey.
He's got some blood flowing from a bump to the nose. What was the nature of that contact, though?
Yeah, well, he's saying that he's been hit around the snoz there.
So strong in the upper body. There he is. Was it just the contact initially there as he
caught Sorensen's chest there, front on?
Matty. That's the exact reason I need to just deal with you, not these blokes. Tackle 3, mate. Come on.
Play on there.
I think it's play on. It's the impact.
Comes to Edwards and then...
Is that advantage?
Oh, there it is. It's the knee of Edwards that just makes contact as he tried to wrap up Jack Bird and make sure he couldn't play it quickly.
Okay, trainer. Okay, while we've got time out, injury surveillance bunker has asked for Jack Bird to be removed.
And now Jack Bird, via the doctor in the bunker, has been asked to be removed from the game. So he has rolled the dice, Jack Bird. Was there gamesmanship there on his part to try and stay down and get a penalty? It's worked against him because now the bunker has said you have to come from the field after being unable to regain your feet.
Yep, they've all had a look at it too, and that's one of the stipulations now.
You could say, though, if he stayed down as a result of the contact with a knee from an opposing player, was there an issue there for Dylan Edwards?
Yes, mate. Okay.
So Jack Bird comes from the field. Watch it again. That right knee coming around and making contact there. If he's forced from the field, they're happy with that contact. Boy, the Dragons fans would argue a very strong case right there as to how that all played out. Here is Molo. He'll play it just outside the 10. And by from dummy half. Hunt spinning a full 360, going nowhere. We'll have one more play here, and the main playmaker stopped on the 5th tackle. Here is Sewer, short ball. Lomax can't come up with it. Yo can though, he's away. Ravalawa grabs him from behind and takes him down. The Dragons have struggled for a good play inside the 20. They did so once again there. And Yo with the loose ball takes Penrith a long way downfield and a long way to wrapping up 2 points here tonight.
Gee, they'll rue that, the opportunities that they've had in the second half. It's just been the finesse here from the Dragons. One of the passes too hard. Isaiah Yo just scoots upfield and relieves it for his own team.
And off the back of that, he is our VB hard-earned index player of the game. With 130 metres almost running and plenty of tackles as well, 34. Edwards now has put it down. The Dragons aren't done with yet. Still 4 minutes plus remaining in this game and more than enough time to score 2 tries.
Oh, I think it's a long time since we've seen the Panthers. The scoreline was 20-6 at half-time. They haven't scored a point in the second half.
Shot clock continues.
They've been spoiling tactics here from the Dragons, or both sides. Played in and around the play the ball and
shot clock's off.
Hands on and strips. And the game's never really got going in the second half.
Right there. Put it in. Right.
Well, there is time for them, but they'll have to score, you'd imagine, in this possession here. It's Hunt at the halfway line. Can't afford to have him being tackled on play 5. If the kick to come, or the last play option to come, that really hurt them in that last set inside the 20. Sewer goes to ground. Numbers again from the Panthers in the tackle. They try to find line tonight as far as the slowness of the play the balls. It's worked for them. Hunt goes to Sloan. Here's Surley. Pokes his nose through the line. It goes to Ramsey. He's wrapped up just inside the Panthers 20. Gets up to go again. Called back to play it.
Play the ball.
He's almost caught a cold out there, Ramsey. The ball's just kept coming this side.
Here is Hunt. Molo through the middle. Dumps it out the back. Hunt. It comes back to Mosden by. He puts a kick in. It sits up for Lomax. It's game on here at Cobra. What a kick for Lomax. And we will get that grandstand finish.
Yeah, that's a brilliant kick there by Lomax. He looks up and he sees Dylan Edwards out of position. The little grubber kick through. He knew straight away, Lomax chased hard to get that ball. Oh, too slow to turn around. It was the offload there. Went to the ground from Molo. Moses and Byers that gets a little grubber kick in and behind. And that is brilliant play. Amazing what an offload can do. The whole defensive line just stops. And by beautiful kick, little left footer. Look at that for a bounce.
It's Lomax who scores it. He'll have the kick around about 1.5 meters in from the touchline. An important one as the rain tumbles down here with barely 3 minutes remaining on the clock. So it's a wet finish, but what a finish we have. He's kicked well here so far tonight. If we can slot this and make it just 2 the difference, you never know what might happen with a penalty. He strikes it well. It will just scrape the left-hand side and hit the upright. It stays at 20 points to 16. Time off inside the final 5 after a try is scored. 2:27 on the clock. Watch it again. Great heads-up play from Mbai, who stayed alive, wrapped across the field as the ball went to ground off Molo, and then the ad-lib kick was an absolute beauty.
Yeah, it was clever play because they got that rushing defence, the Panthers, after the offload from Molo just at the back. Picks it up, he looks up and sees that they're all in the line. Little grubber kick in and behind, the race of the footy. And Lomax gets there first.
The Dragons have struggled here in recent seasons. They've won just 6 of their last 18 at Cogra, but they've got a chance tonight. It is now 3 tries apiece as Kirk works it forward and will be stopped here just inside the 30. Rain continues to fall in Sydney. There's no surprise in that statement. They're back almost at the halfway line. It's Sims who'll play it. They've used up 3. They're deep and set on this right-hand side. Not a great ball for Lomax. He gets back to his feet. Wrapped up there by Tago. And they're going sideways. 2 plays remaining in the set. He loses his short in the play the ball. Here is Sewer. He'll just punch it forward, spinning, looking for an offload. Can't get one away. Just on 2 minutes remaining. Last play in this set for the Dragons. Hunt has Luai come out towards him. Short ball. Lomax gets away from Yo. Gives it to Ravalawa. He juggled. He was down the sideline. He couldn't find the handle.
Well, it's great to see him chancing their hand then.
On Ben Hunt.
Going up the short side, Hunt. Tackled after he played the ball past the ball. He stayed down. Here's the famous pass there from Lomax. Ravalawa can't hang on.
The hat-trick hero of last week had a second crack at it. Edwards was there in cover anyway. A lot of work to do had he come up with possession. Ravalawa. Ben Hunt has some blood flowing from the nose. It's going to be a penalty to the Dragons off the back of the contact with Ben Hunt.
I think they're saying it was a shoulder charge there.
So it's play on here. The Dragons retain possession. This is the game. in this set of 6. It is raucous at Cogra suddenly. Hunt, he goes to Sloan. Sully back on the inside. The Dragons are looking for a penalty for contact off the ball there. No whistle, and by almost a mix-up with DeBella. It's Hunt. He'll go to Molo. Pressure on the Dragons to not give away a penalty on their own line. Hunt is wide. He goes wider still. Sully off his left foot, wrapped up there in a good tackle. Sullivan was there, so was Jamin Salmon. 2 plays left in the set. They're deep. Hunt comes out. A ball there to Amon. There was a bump from Leniu as he got rid of the ball. Was there another almost shoulder charge there from Leniu this time?
Interesting to see the replay too. Just Hunt trying to get the ball on the outside as quick as he can.
Shot clock's running. Shot clock's running.
I guess he had no chest on shoulder contact with the right arm wrapping around the back. That was okay. And the pass to Amon was a good one, but the young 5'8" puts it down. That'll do it tonight as far as the Dragons' chances are concerned. Nobody ready for a scrum, and the Panthers have been stretched, but they have hung on here at Cogra. At full time, they've beaten St George Illawarra 20 points to 16.